You'll want to head to the Dollar Tree for some bamboo cutting boards when you see all the wonderful things you can make with them. I'm scanning a keepsake recipe that means a lot to me. The scan is being printed backwards and enlarged to fit the cutting board surface, then trimmed down with scissors. I'm brushing some of Fusion's transfer gel onto one side of the cutting board. Mod Podge will also work as well. Once well coated, the printed side of the recipe is being positioned on top of the gel, then gently pressed to squeeze out the excess. This will need to dry overnight. The next day, I'm saturating a cloth with water, then soaking the paper until I'm able to rub it off gently with my finger. You'll also want to remove any excess gel in other areas of the board. At first, a white haze appears through the graphics, however, that disappears once the board dries. Next up, I'm painting some wooden door pulls with Fusion's black. To prop them for easier painting and drying, I'm pushing a screwdriver through an egg carton flat, then positioning the knobs with the screws into the holes. I'm holding the screws from underneath while I paint the knobs, allowing them to dry on the spot. I'm now flipping the recipe board good side facing down, then hot gluing the 4 pulls onto the bottom of the cutting board to act as feet. Before the reveal, here's one other quick idea to accompany the recipe board. I'm positioning some stencil lettering reading "Serve Daily" over top of the short edge of another cutting board, with "Daily" at the bottom and "Served" right above it, stenciling in Fusion's coal black. I'm now the proud owner of the cutest table riser and beverage coaster, perfect for my afternoon coffee. These boards help protect table surfaces from heat and moisture, as well as looking mighty cute. I love how the recipe transferred with a slightly rustic vintage vibe, which fit my cream and sugar perfectly. I also love how this little recipe covered board is sized so perfectly for the oil and pepper grinder right beside the stove. It's cute, functional, and doesn't take up too much space while elevating my essentials. Next up, I'm reaching for a Dollar Tree black wire basket that measures to the size of the cutting board. I'm positioning the board over the basket opening, then penciling 2 dots where I want to drill holes. Selecting a drill bit that measures slightly larger than a black zip tie, I'm drilling 2 holes so the zip ties can slip through. Before I attach the basket to the board, I'm stenciling a mini cross pattern onto the board in black. Ensuring my stencil brush feels dry to the touch, I'm tapping the paint through the stencil, leaving a pattern that marries the black wire basket for added interest. I'm now zip tying the board to the basket, leaving me with the cutest covered basket that can store anything you wish. I'm using the covered basket as an office companion, holding smaller office supplies. Plus, I can even use the top to hold my sticky notes, making them extra handy. You could even make several lidded baskets to stack. And here's one more. I'm choosing a piece of 2x6 that is being cut down to size with a miter saw so it fits underneath a cutting board. After the rough edges get a light sanding to remove any sharp edges, I'm hot gluing the 2x6 underneath the cutting board. I'm further protecting the boards with Fusion's white stain and finishing oil since I'm going to use this in a wet location. I'm wiping the stain on, then off again using a rag, which will leave a water-resistant surface. And I'm now loading up my brand new soap dispenser riser right beside my kitchen sink to designate this area for my cleaning supplies. I love how the riser makes cleaning look intentional rather than like extra clutter, offering a sophisticated vibe to my kitchen.
Want to get the toy clutter under control without spending a fortune? Grab these inexpensive bins from Dollar Tree and let's turn the chaos into organized bliss. First up, put a mini trash can in your kids' room. This is such a great way to store those long, awkward toys that never seem to fit anywhere. Think Nerf guns, toy swords, magic wands, you name it. For bigger toys, this large utility tote is a game changer. Toss in action figures, dolls, even stuffed animals, and then slide it right out of sight, next to the couch, behind a chair, or on a playroom shelf. Now, if Barbie dolls are taking over your house, here's a smart fix for you. Grab one of these dollar store fabric bins. Fill the bin up with all the Barbies and store it right inside the Barbie house. And for all those tiny Barbie accessories, shoes, purses, headbands, jewelry, this clear 3-compartment organizer is a must. It keeps everything neat, so you're not constantly hunting for that one missing shoe. It even has a lid to keep things nice and neat. And since these are just $1 each, you could grab a couple of them if you have a really big collection of Barbie accessories to organize. Next, grab a few of these mini crates to corral all of your kids' tiny treasures. This is like the kid version of a junk drawer, perfect for little collections, random trinkets, and all those small things they love to hoard. And the best part? These crates are actually collapsible, so you can fold them up and tuck a few away if you're not using them all. You're gonna love these genius organizing hacks using 5 containers I found at the dollar store. I found this little clear jar with a lid. It's intended to be a candy jar, but I thought it would also work so well for organizing dishwasher pods under my kitchen sink. If you find these little book bins at the dollar store, they can be used for so many things beyond books. Turn them on their side and fill them up with water bottles. This makes it so much easier to grab a bottle. You can quickly see everything at a glance, so you're not digging through the whole cabinet, and nothing will get lost in the far back, never to be seen again. If you're hosting a party, look for these little caddies the next time you're at the dollar store. The 3 compartments in this caddy are awesome for organizing all kinds of things, and I have 2 ideas for you today when you're hosting parties. Another way to use this caddy during a party is as a little holder for your s'more supplies. Carry it outside to the campfire, and you're all set for a night of making s'mores around the fire. If you're tired of your kids constantly asking for snacks, create a snack bin using one of these large tubs from the dollar store. If you tend to buy snacks in bulk for the whole month, this is a helpful way to make them last longer and ration them out week by week instead of them all being eaten in week 1.
Head to Dollar Tree and pick up 2 bamboo cutting boards, 4 mason jars, and some rope. Take hot glue and attach the long edges of the cutting board together. Then take hot glue and attach the mason jars to the boards, evenly spaced on both sides of the boards. Take a Lazy Susan from Amazon and glue the bottom of the jars and the bottom edge of the boards to the center of the Lazy Susan. Once secure, begin wrapping rope around the jars and the boards in a circular fashion. There you have it, a cheap way to create your own DIY kitchen organization on a budget.
Head to the dollar store aisle with all of the baskets and grab one of those square, clear caddies, the kind that has 2 clips on the bottom. Fill it with items that you use often and that you want to see clearly when you open the door. When you're in the dollar store aisle, full of all those plastic bins, grab a cleaning supply bin that has different compartments and a handle. Fill the basket with baking items that you use frequently and arrange them in the caddy. Things like vanilla extract, baking powder, cooking spray, measuring spoons. Now you have an organized caddy of baking items that you can grab easily in one fell swoop from a kitchen cupboard. Pick up a set of 2 narrow plastic caddies at the dollar store. Clear some space in a kitchen drawer that is close to your coffee maker or teapot. Fill the caddies with individual coffee pods, tea bags, powdered water flavorings, some spoons, and even some paper napkins. The next time you are enjoying coffee or tea with friends, pull the already organized beverage caddies from your drawers and have everything available for your guests. Grab some wide baskets that are just a few inches tall at the dollar store. Open up those cupboard doors in your kitchen and take a good look at all those food cans and boxes that always seem to be disorganized. Fill one of your baskets with all of your canned goods. Group like items together and place them in the basket with the labels facing the same direction. Fill the second basket with all of your box mixes. Place the taller boxes on one side with the shorter ones in front of them. Place your baskets of cans and boxes in your cupboard or pantry drawer and always be able to find what you need on the spot. I hope this inspired you to organize your kitchen with inexpensive bins from the dollar store.
Grab some unpainted mini crates at the dollar store for a perfect storage system. Start by arranging the crates in any pattern you like and as large or small as you need. The crates can be vertical or horizontal, with the opening facing forward or on top. Once you have a satisfying arrangement, begin attaching the crates to one another. You can use wood glue or woodworking glue sticks for your hot glue gun. Use clamps to secure and let dry. For added security, staple the crates together using a staple gun. Now it's time to paint. You can use either spray paint or acrylic paint, applying as many coats as you need. Let dry completely. Your storage system is now ready to use. Drill holes in the back to hang on a wall or place on a countertop.